What's up? This is Dave. You're listening to the last podcast where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening or finding us, welcome. I hope you enjoy the show. If you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. I just wanted to talk today a little bit about staying in shape. And that's what I mean by that is physically, of course, because I'm sitting right outside the gym right now, about to go in, and I'm having my cup of coffee before I actually go in. But I wanted to talk about staying in shape, and that is physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I know when I first wake up in the morning, I can't speak for anyone else, but I know when I first wake up in the morning, the first thing I do before I even get my feet out the bed is I thank God for allowing me to see another day. So before I get up, I actually have my phone. I have the Bible on the phone, and I try to read a few chapters out of my Bible, and that gets my whole foundation of the day set in stone right there. And then I get up, take care of everything, but that is a must when I wake up and before I go to sleep. Those two things are a must. I don't care what happens in my life. I don't care what's going on, what circumstances I might be dealing with. Those two things are constant in my life. And I realize that we have to do things to make us healthier. And your spiritual journey, if you keep feeding yourself the word and keep feeding yourself good vibes, good things that would help you not only for yourself, but help you help others and be a blessing to others as God has been a blessing to you. So I think, and that's just my opinion. And this is something that I believe it's something that keeps me grounded. Now, if you have a different belief system, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as it works for you. And as far as being healthy, and I think another part of that is eating healthy, eating good. And believe me when I tell you, um, sometimes I don't always eat healthy. I'm being honest. I have a problem with weight. So, and I'm an emotional eater. So most of the time, when things go wrong in my life or I get stressed out, I tend to go to food as my go-to and workout. So keeping the body active, keeping the body healthy, of course, you know what you put in, you get out. So I drink a lot of water. I don't drink soda. I don't drink juice. I have a cup of coffee, 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and the rest is water all day long. Now, I try to get to the gym 4 days a week. Sometimes I only make it three, depending on this last week. I missed a whole week due to moving. So I got a lot of exercise during moving. Trust me. But I believe it is very important to get that workout in. I don't care how you do it, whether it's 15 minutes in the morning when you get up. And I notice, I don't know about you, I'm getting a little older, so I noticed that, wow, going up the steps was like a chore to me. So um, I'm in a hotel right now, and I noticed that there is no elevator, so I had to start walking up the steps. And believe me, I barely walk up steps for a long, long time. And I realized how challenging that was and how taxing that was. I don't care how much I get on a treadmill. So now I'm adding climbing steps, the Stairmaster, all of that, just to make my day a whole lot easier. And the place that I'm securing to live also on the second floor, so no elevators. So I might as well make everything easier for myself by starting to work out more on my legs and being well prepared. So now I do squats. Now I get on Stairmaster. So I want to do things that is going to enhance my body, strength wise, healthy wise, and work on my core, because when you work on your core, that's where all your strength comes from, your core. I don't care if you have muscles and muscles upon muscles, but if your core is weak, there's not much you're going to be able to do. And your stamina also comes from your core. So it's very, very important to build not just the muscle, but build endurance, build your core up and everything else. Now, I only say that to say this because I'm sitting outside the gym and I wanted to get this podcast in for today. And I realized something. All last week I went without doing my podcast because of moving and going through a really trying time. And I didn't want to be a David Downer, so to speak, because I wasn't in high spirits last week. And I realized that everything that I was going through last week was so taxing physically and mentally that I really didn't have the mental capacity to even talk positive to anyone. So I stayed in the scriptures, and that got me through everything. So starting this new chapter in my life, being by myself, being alone. And I realized, okay, so now I'm starting a new life. It seems like everything is new, where I'm living, what I'm doing. And the only thing that's constant for me is my prayers, going to the gym, doing this podcast, and, earning a little money of course, to survive. However, I realize, there are a lot of ways that one can earn a living, and you just can't have one income. You have to have multiple streams of income, and that way you can live a whole lot more comfortable. But being healthy and being able to earn a living, it starts with you. It starts with the body. It starts with the mind, and everything builds from there. So you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of your body. You got to take care of your spirituality, and you have to take care of your health, physically, whatever you put in. If you drink a ton of sodas, you're dehydrating yourself to a certain degree. If you drink a bunch of water, you're cleansing your body. So, think about that. My thought today is, keep yourself fit, keep yourself healthy, body, mind, and spirit, and you can't go wrong. But remember one thing in doing all of that, and even earning a living, you gotta have balance. If you do one thing more than the other, you're going to be out of balance, and you're going to wonder why things are not working for you. Well, you have to have a balance in life. And I'm not rich. I'm not, I don't have a bunch of degrees, but I can tell you what I do have. I have experience, and I read a lot. And I enjoy reading. I enjoy learning. So, I would impart some of that wisdom off to whoever want to listen. And, that's the blessing that God has given me. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. You're listening to the last podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Again, my name is Dave, and until tomorrow, I see you later. Have a blessed day.